And action. Thank you so much for reporting to duty for the Pretty Princess Command Center episode 39, aka A Princess Diaries episode. I love these episodes so much. I love when you girls write the diary. I love it so much, and you know what? We pulled the fuck through this time. So I like when we just get right into it. What's been going on today? Today, first and foremost, happy fall. Officially fall, because last time it wasn't officially fall, but it's fall, okay? We have my happy Halloween mug. What do we have? What is the bevy of choice? Any guesses? Any guesses? It's hot chocolate with a little bit of pumpkin spice creamer in it. I haven't tried it yet. It's so good. It's exactly what I wanted. It is a stormy day outside. I love it so much. I love a stormy day. I love a gray skies day. That's like, oh, it's my prime time of a day. Not super big on sunny days unless I'm in a tropical location trying to get sun, you know. But shall we just get right into the diary? I think we shall. But first and foremost, if you want to become an official Pretty Princess and join the Command Center, all you have to do is subscribe. And also, please, if any of you have any questions, dilemmas, just things you want advice on, anything, submit it into the Princess Diary below. It's always in the description of all the YouTube videos. It's also always in the description on all the podcast episodes of the streaming channels. And it's always in my bio too. So if you're like hanging out with me on TikTok or Instagram or wherever, it's always over there. So without further ado, shall we get into it? Okay, so our first diary entry is actually an update from quite a few episodes ago. I remember the scenario, but I don't remember which episode it was. But it says, "Dear Diary, hi, I sent in something a few months ago about the boy and I who lived in different places and how he all but ghosted me. Anyway, I took your advice and stopped talking to him. The analogy of going back to the trash after finishing a favorite snack was spot on and helped me feel so much better about taking the situation for what it was and not lingering on it. Just wanted to send in an update. He sucks and I'm thriving, LOL." We love to see it. We love to see it. That is actually amazing, and I'm so happy for you and I'm so proud of you. And also, reading that update inspired me to bring that analogy back to life, because that's such a good analogy, and it also is a good analogy for everything in life. Like, if you're out of a situation that was not serving you and you start to miss it, like, of course you're gonna miss it because it's what you're used to, but like, you're not gonna go back digging through the trash just because you miss it. Like, ew, it's been in the trash. No. Wow. Hot chocolate made with regular almond milk and the Silk brand pumpkin spice creamer. It's Swiss Miss chocolate, whatever, hot cocoa powder. So good. Okay, entry number 2 of the episode says, "Dear Diary, I think I finally have my life together. I started a full-time job this month and my department has been so kind to me. Everyone seems genuinely supportive. I've also been investing a lot in my self-care lately. Kat, you've got me completely obsessed with press-on nails. I feel so girly and pretty with my fresh manicures every 2 weeks. I love a good press-on set. Gorgeous. So happy for you. I wake up at 5 a.m. almost every day, but I've started to appreciate quiet time to myself. Watching the sunrise, taking my time to get ready, and putting on my cute work outfits has actually become something that I look forward to. For the first time in a while, I finally feel happy." I am absolutely loving every single second of this. I am so happy for you. "Still, I can't help but worrying that the other shoe is going to drop, that something awful is bound to happen. It might sound dramatic, but it feels like every time something is going well, something or someone comes out of nowhere to ruin it. Back in December, I blocked a handful of people from my college life who made me feel like I was never enough, even though I was working harder than ever. I came across a TikTok that said, 'Never go back to the people who have hurt you once you've gotten back on track in your life.' That stuck with me. I've always been the type to forgive people who don't deserve it, but this year I've committed to staying no contact, and so far I've been successful. Still, that little voice in my head sometimes tells me to reach out to the people I've blocked. How could I stand my ground and accept that I truly deserve a peaceful lifestyle free from interference by those who've hurt me? I want to be my best self, but I can feel my old habits creeping back in." Well, like we were just saying, like, one, why would you go digging through the trash for anything? Like, why would you go digging through the trash for anything? That's you literally reaffirming the belief that there's nothing better. If you have to go digging through your past, digging through your trash, you're literally reaffirming to your subconscious brain, there's nothing better out there for me, so I'm gonna go back here and use what I already have, even though I don't really love any of this. it's here, so we're gonna use it. We don't need to do all that. I totally understand that, and I feel like a big thing if you didn't explain yourself to these people, if you didn't explain why you were blocking these people, I feel like that's probably you just feeling guilty. Like, I feel like you probably think, oh, well, they probably think I'm mean, and they probably think they did something really bad that made me want to block them, and I feel like I should just tell them, you know, like, hey, I hope you're doing well. Like, I just want to, you're just trying to clear your conscience. Like you're trying to not have a guilty conscience anymore. You're trying to, hang on, I'm sorry. I have a man coming to fix my windshield because there's a chip in my windshield, and I need to make sure that my phone is on. So, sorry, I just thought of that. But like, by the sounds of it, you're like, you're good. You're going, and then all of a sudden you just kind of get hit with that wave of guilt and that kind of like, well, like, what? But I feel bad because I blocked them and they don't necessarily, you know what I mean? Even if you did tell them why you were blocking them, or even if they were straight up just so fucking like rude, it really doesn't matter because they're in the past and the past is the past. And I think honestly the best way to go about this is to like literally journal about it. Talk to your therapist about it if you have a therapist. Journal about it, because I have been in the position too where there's people from my past and I kind of just stopped talking to you because I'm like, you really don't serve any purpose in my life and you kind of just weigh me down. And part of me wants to be like, hey, I'm sorry that we fell off, like I hope you're doing well. But also, I've been on the receiving end of that message and it's just a fucking joke. Like, there was this girl that I used to be close with, and it was kind of one of those weird situations where we got like really close really fast, and then it turned out that she literally was just preying on my downfall because she just wanted to be me and like do everything like me, which was super weird. But I feel almost all of us have experienced something like that, and it's just so strange. So anyway, she like snapped at me out of nowhere, and I will take full accountability for my stupidity, for if I fuck you over, for anything like that. When I tell you where I was sitting, I did not fucking do anything wrong. So I'm like, when I tell you, like, I will, you know what? Let me spill the tea. Here's the situation. Here's what happened. Basically, it was her and I were close, and it was almost Halloween time, okay? So we were trying to plan what we were doing for Halloween. I had a boyfriend at the time. She didn't. And obviously, I want to spend Halloween with my friends and also my boyfriend and my boyfriend's friends, okay? So she was wanting to spend Halloween in a different town with a group of people that I had never met, and I was like, okay, cool, like that's fine, we could do that sounds like a lot of fun. There was gonna be this big like festival thing where you could get all dressed up and there's gonna be a DJ. It was gonna be so much fun, right? So I was like, perfect, we'll do that. We could like plan our costumes. I invite my boyfriend, his friend group. I told her, hey, like, I'm gonna invite them, don't know if they're gonna come, but also if we all come, we could all get an Airbnb, and if we split it and we have more people, it's gonna be so much cheaper. Also, she has like a ride or die best friend that's been her childhood best friend, right? And I was like, oh, I messaged her friend on Instagram because her friend and I had talked before. It wasn't like I went out on my way to randomly find this. I'm sorry, my hair is really bugging me. I can see it in the viewfinder. So I had never met her friend in person, but I had talked to her over FaceTime. I'd messaged her on Instagram, like we followed each other, stuff like that. So I message her friend and I tell her the situation. I'm like, hey, like so-and-so, I'm talking about the girl, her friend, so-and-so, we want to do this for Halloween and she wants to hang out with this group of people. I'm inviting this group of people. Absolutely, I think you should come. I'm not thinking this is something wrong to do because I'm inviting her best friend who she talks about all the time, who she loves so much. I was in the wrong for that, according to her, which, okay, her feelings are valid. Maybe I should not have invited her friend, but I simply was inviting her friend because I'm like, why can't we just make this a whole big party? Didn't think there was anything wrong with it, but anyway, so I get told that I'm the worst person in the world. It's like, oh my god, you had no right to do that. Like, who do you think you are to do that? I was like, holy fuck, like, I'm sorry. Like, I really didn't think that this was going to be a problem, but obviously it is. I'm very sorry. We literally stopped talking, okay? We, like, stopped talking after that. I was like, all right. This tracks, let me get the fuck out. And then after that, so we stopped talking, and then she started making all these TikToks about me, which it's so like juvenile. This was back when we were like 19, 20. She started making all these TikToks about me, and I was like, all right, like what a fucking freak. So I unfollowed her on TikTok, and then she texted me, hey, why did you unfollow me on TikTok? I was like, bitch, like we haven't spoken. You're literally making TikToks about me, and then denying it. Like, it's not like one of those like, oh, I think that's about me. It's like, no, I know for a fact that that was about me. Okay, is this fucking play about us? Yes, it was. I was like, okay, like, you're being fucking weird. And I was like, okay, well, one, like, we very clearly have different morals in this friendship. We very clearly are not really close anymore, and you've been nonstop talking shit about me on the internet, so I kind of didn't feel the need to follow you anymore. No, I wasn't. I didn't do that. I think like, my opinions of you haven't changed at all. Like, I still love you, and you're still one of my closest friends. I was like, this is weird as fuck. And I was like, oh, okay, like, yeah, I hope you're well. Because I was like, I do not need this. I don't need this. This is too much. This is too much drama. Like, I don't need that. And then like, literally, like, once a week for the next, like, X amount of months, she would just text me random shit. And I was like, what the fuck are you trying to do? Like, we can address the problem, and we can fix it, and we can resolve it, and move on, or we can just not speak ever again. Like, I'm not gonna pretend nothing happened. So, anyway, don't be on that side. Don't be on the side of reaching out, not confronting a problem, because clearly, if you're gonna block these people, you've clearly had problems with them. They've clearly made you feel like shit, and even if they didn't intend to do it, even if they didn't outwardly say something to you that made you feel like shit, they made you feel like shit, and you blocked them, and you could carry on with your life just knowing that's your past. You shut the door, you locked it, you walk away. What's the point of reopening it? You know exactly what's there. There's just no point. And also, like, waiting for the other shoe to drop, I understand if that's what you're used to in life. Obviously that makes sense that your brain is going to fall into that pattern of thinking, that thought pattern. But just take it for what it is. Like, take it every day at a time. Like if you're living every single day thinking about, oh my gosh, well, what's gonna happen in a week from now? Like, what if I'm not happy anymore? Well, what if this terrible thing happened? You're not actually living in today. You're not actually enjoying today. You're not actually, you know what I mean? Just take it one step at a time. Live your life. It sounds like you've been being a badass fucking bitch, the prettiest of all princesses. Like, you've been taking care of yourself. You've been waking up early. You've been putting love and energy into yourself, which is exactly what you should be doing. And I think maybe when you start to fill yourself with that much love and grace and appreciation, you kind of start to feel bad that you don't have that much love, that you kind of start to feel bad that you didn't show people that amount of love or grace. But at the end of the day, like, you are where you are because that's where you put yourself. You know what I mean? So you put yourself in this position to be able to thrive, to be able to flourish, and you did that by blocking these people for your past. So honestly, I really don't think that you need to worry about unblocking them and sending them a message and letting them know, like, hey, I hope you're doing well, because literally, what's it gonna do? It's like if your dentist sent you a happy birthday card. It's like, okay, thanks. It's unnecessary, but I guess I appreciate it. You know what I mean? I just feel like I think if you want to do anything with this mindset that you're in, decide that you're going to start putting energy into deciding the other shoe isn't going to drop. Like, just keep moving the direction you're moving in, because clearly it's working for you. You would not be able to be in a position where you're like, yeah, I have grown. Yeah, I do put energy in myself. Yeah, I am the best version of myself. Yeah, I am becoming the girl in my dreams. You want to be able to do that if you didn't decide, you know what? This, and this in my life is literally fucking me over so hardcore, I'm gonna remove it. I'm gonna put it in the trash. You don't go digging through the trash. You're not a raccoon. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. And also, if you really think about it, if you are wanting to reach out to these people because you feel bad, you're doing it for selfish reasons. You're not doing it because you actually care about how these people are doing. You're doing it to appease your egos. Like, well, what if they think I'm mean? What if they think I'm a bad person? What if that was the wrong thing to do? What if that was unfair? I would be really sad if somebody did that to me. So, like, maybe I should explain why I did. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. You're just in a place now where you're like, everything's going really good, and I'm not used to this, so let me start thinking about things that maybe aren't so good. Well, maybe I am a bad person because I blocked that person. Stop. Okay, entry number 3 of the episode says, I feel stagnant. Well, it's hard to describe, but my therapist told me to try to pick out each part and just dump it here. So here it goes. Bored. Where I am in my life, university, friends, possible new jobs, etc. It's also boring. I want fun, spontaneity. Tired. I'm so done with being single. I'm happy with who I am, and I'm always finding new hobbies and stuff to do either with my friends or my family, but I'm still lonely romantically. Okay. Let me take that in and understand what I'm reading, and I'll get back to you. Okay, well, you're bored, but you also say that you're always finding new hobbies to do with your friends, family, or by yourself. So it doesn't sound like you're bored. I think there's just a lot of phases in life that once you settle in and you start to feel comfortable, if you're somebody who's used to spontaneity and change all the time, especially if you just have a very like bouncy brain, like your thoughts are just constantly like bouncing all over the place. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, if you have an ADHD brain, because like, you know what I mean? But if you're just, I think that it's really easy to get bored and feel like, okay, well, everything's been the same, everything's been stagnant, so my life must be boring. Consistency does not always mean boring. It can feel that way at times, but also that's why you fill your days with things that are not boring. So for example, when I take time out of my morning to learn a new language or do my financial literacy course, I know that might sound boring to a lot of people, but for me it's really exciting, it's really fun, because I know that I'm learning something new every single day, and that's really exciting to me, and I really, really enjoy that. And I honestly don't love spontaneity. Like, it's not my favorite thing in the world, so maybe that's why I can have this perspective on it, because I don't love just spur of the moment things. If you guys watch the vlog channel, you know the whole situation on Mr. Maine being one of the most spontaneous people I've ever met in my whole life. I don't know, I feel like I'm doing an absolute terrible job, but I also don't know. Like, if you, like, stagnant doesn't always mean bad, and I think we're made to feel like it is bad, especially with social media, and you just constantly are seeing people doing all these things and buying a new car and getting engaged and going to school and going to a new school and a new group of friends and a new restaurant to eat at and a new hobby to start, like all this stuff. I just feel like you just gotta lock in to each thing and take it for what it is, instead of looking at your day as a whole and your life as a whole. You're like bored with your new jobs, and you're bored with your university, and you're bored with friends, all this stuff. Like, don't look at them as like your whole life, right? Look at them as each separate sections of your life. So maybe, like, okay, you're bored with your school. Okay, figure out something new about your school. Figure out a new club to join, a new activity to do, a new place in the library to sit at. You know what I mean? And I know that sounds so mundane, but that's literally life. Like, I would tell you, like, oh, book a plane ticket to Europe and book a plane ticket here and go skydiving and go to Africa and pet a lion. But that's not, I'm not going to sit here and say it's not realistic, because that is all relative. However, if you want your daily life to feel exciting and romanticized, you have to actively do things in your life that make you excited for your life and that romanticize your life, right? It's literally the tiniest things in life that will make your life feel like it's so full. It's not the big trips that you take. It's not the big expensive gifts that you buy yourself. It's the little things that you do every single day that literally make your life just feel so fulfilled and exciting and joyous. And that's what helps you not feel stagnant anymore. Because that stagnant energy is when everything's the same and you have a very like monotonous outlook on it. You're like, yeah, well, I wake up and I go to the gym and I go to work and I go to school and I hang out with my friend and then I go home and I do it all over again the next day and then the next day and the next day, and everything's the same. Yeah, everything's the same if that's how you're gonna look at it. But like for me, like I absolutely love when every single day of my life, like I know what's happening each one of those days. There's still something every single day that will like bring me this spark of joy, this like, oh my gosh, I didn't expect that to happen today. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Oh my gosh, this. Oh my gosh, that. You know, I feel like you just need to get out of this, oh, I'm bored and tired all the time. Because yeah, while that might be true, at the end of the day, no matter what you're feeling, everything is literally just a perspective. It's just which glasses you have on, right? So if you have the glasses on of my life is boring and there's nothing spontaneous about my life and everything sucks, that's how your life is going to feel. If you take those off for a minute, put on a new pair, you're going to start to see all these other things that you never saw before. You're like, oh shit, wait, that's actually really cool. And I never noticed this. When I walked to this class, I actually never noticed this on the wall. I never noticed this bulletin board that shows all these new clubs I could sign up for. I never noticed that my teacher wears the same 5 outfits every week, and he never switches the day of the week that he's wearing them. You know, stuff like that. I feel like when you feel stagnant in life, it's because you're either trying to fast forward and you can't fast forward because that's not how time works, or you're comparing your life to everyone else's life, and both of those things are just not benefiting you, so why would you do them? That's kind of all I have to say on that. I don't really know if it was a good insight, but I guess that's my insight on it. Okay, and then lastly, the third entry just says, how do I make more money while being a student? There are so many ways to make money while being a student. You could do, I fucking hate TikTok Shop, but you can make so much fucking money off of TikTok Shop, and you don't even have to show your face on the internet. Like, you can make a faceless account and just sell shit on TikTok Shop. You can make digital products with Canva and sell them on a website. You can, when I lived alone, obviously it was lonely living alone, I signed up for Rover to be a dog sitter, and I would have new dogs at my apartment like every 2 weeks, and it was so exciting because it was like, okay, like this dog likes to wake up early and go on X amount of walks a day, and this dog likes to sleep on the couch all day, so we only go on 2 walks a day, and stuff like that. Rover is actually a really good way to make money, especially because I don't like WAG, but Rover is really, really good, and you can make so much money from it, especially if you have repeat clients. They'll end up usually just paying you over Zelle or Venmo or whatever, because Rover does take fees, but that's a really fun way to make money. You could do like Uber Eats, which is fun. You could also kind of habit stack that, and you could listen to lectures while you're Uber eating. Like if you wanna like walk the fuck in, if your professor records their lectures, or if you record their lectures, maybe you've already listened to them, or just about the topic that you're learning, or just, you know, audiobooks, podcasts, whatever you want to do. Honestly, like, as far as I can think of, other than getting a job, I'm always going to say go work at a country club, because you're going to make so much fucking money working at a country club. But like, just like little side hustles that you could kind of schedule on your own time and schedule around school. Definitely stuff like online marketing, sales, Rover, stuff like that. That is my best piece of wisdom, I believe. So, with all that being said, this was a short episode, but I think it's over. So, on that note, I hope you have a pretty princess day.